latest market results are in. What does that mean to us as either a buyer or a seller? Hi everyone, my name is Mike Rennick. I'm the team lead, the senior broker of Team Rennick. We're part of that great Mangrove Realty Associates family. Let's talk about what the market means right now and what we're seeing. I am sitting outside and the videographer is more than 6 feet away. So I'm going to take off the face mask just for a few minutes so we can go through the data and the voice will come through clear on the video. What I'd like to do is talk about the local results, which are Sarasota and Manatee County. Then I'd like to talk a minute just about the national scene because that definitely is going to have an impact on us here. So when we look at this thing, this is data, there goes the mask. This is data at the end of January. It's approved and it's released in February. So this is the latest official data. Let's look at it from a high level. Sarasota and Manatee County, sales are up 20%. Pending properties, they're going to be sales in 30, 60, 90 days, up 40% from this time last year. Are we giving it up on price to get those sales? No. Price is up 14%. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. Days on the market. When a property becomes available for sale, it's moving fast. In fact, it's moving faster than last year by 22%. How much inventory do we have out there right now? It's down by 67%. What does all this mean? It means we're in a super strong market. It does favor sellers, but a good agent who understands the market, knows how to negotiate the right kind of contracts, can still get a very good price for a buyer. It just takes a lot more hard work and a lot of market knowledge. Let's go a little bit deeper. For January, for solds, I said that it's up 20%. In January, we sold 1,928 units. In 2019, it was 1,600. Those are the data. I'm diving down just a little bit to give you a background of how those numbers were calculated. The pendings were 3,185 for the month of January of this year. A year ago, it was 2,266. The price that I said was up by 14%. That's dollar per square foot. That way, everything comes out as close to apples and apple comparison as possible. Price in 2020 was $253 a square foot, $221 in 2019. Days on the market, we saw this year in January were 58 to get a unit sold on average, 74 days in 2019. How many months of inventory are out there? This year in January, only 1.5 months. That's as lowest as I've seen it in a long, long time. Last year, 4.6 months. What does all of this mean? Let's take a look at the national scene and let's come back. If we look at a quote from NAR, the National Association of Realtors, existing home sales totaled 5.64 million in 2020. That's up 5.6 from 2019 in the most since before the Great Recession. Strong on the national basis, not just here on the west coast of Florida. When we look at the price forecaster, what's going to happen with future prices, Zelman and Associates says they're going to rise this year by 6%. Freddie Mac says 5.3, Fannie Mae says 4.2. The average of all the data says about 5%. So they're projecting prices are going to continue to rise. Let's look at a quote from Mark Fleming. He's the chief economist at First American. According to Mark, rising interest rates reduced home buying power and affordability, but are often a sign of a strong economy, which increases home buyer demand. By any historic standard, today's mortgage rates remain historically low. It will continue to boost house buying power and keep purchase demand robust. Another economist predicts a strong 2021. When we look at mortgage rates, because that has an impact on much of our market, they're suggesting right now, and we'll show the chart on the video, but they're going to remain either in the high 2s or the low 3s. And NAR has weighed in, MBA, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac. So interest rates still forecast to be at extremely low levels. I get asked this question all the time, and this is the first time I got access to this chart. I'm part of a group called KCM, Keeping Current Matters, and they allow me to take this data and share it with you. They say the top 3 reasons homeowners aren't putting their homes on the market or didn't do it in 2020. 34% says life is just too uncertain right now. 31% financial insecurity or uncertainty. They're not certain where it's going to go financially. And 25% because of COVID-19 health concerns. So we all know we're in extremely low inventory markets. Makes your real estate agent work harder. I actually like that. But those are the reasons they found in a national survey. This is just the beginning. This is the broad data nationally and even for Sarasota and Manatee County. We need to go deeper. What part of the area are you looking to buy or sell? How do we leverage the data? We need a specific plan designed for you. Your goals are different than someone else's. The plan needs to leverage this data, it needs to meet your objectives, and it needs to bring you across the finish line as a winner. We can do that for you. We're happy to do that. Let me leave you with my personal cell. I want all my clients, current and prospective, to be able to reach me when it's convenient for you, even when I'm not in the office. That number is 941-400-8735. Reach out, let me know how I can help. Thanks for watching.